In problem 8.59, we're going to launch a satellite or a missile uh, from the surface of the Earth to an altitude h, in which it'll have some final velocity and it'll have some initial velocity that it was launched with. So I'll call that the velocity that it starts with. It's going to rise to an altitude of h. But since we're going to be calculating the potential energy, because this problem can be solved with conservation of energy, we're going to have to take into account that potential energies are measured with respect to the center of the Earth. So, of course, we're given, in this case, that it has some starting velocity and it's going to go to some altitude. That altitude is 1,200 kilometers. It's going to start with 6.2 meters per second velocity. And what is unknown is, what we're asked for, is what is its final velocity? And what we're going to use is a conservation of energy to help us solve that. And you can see that the kinetic energy that you start with plus the potential energy you start with must be equal to the kinetic energy you finish with. And we need that in order to find out how fast it's going, plus the potential energy that it finishes with. Okay? So in my solution, since I really want to know how fast it's going, I need to solve for the final kinetic energy. And that's going to be equal to the kinetic energy that I start with, okay, plus potential energy that I start with, minus the potential energy that I finish with. Excuse me. All we have to do now is just plug in the expressions for each of these. Okay, so there's the final kinetic energy. Okay, I got to put in what the initial kinetic energy is. And then the potential energy that I start with is just minus g, there's the mass of the Earth, over the radius of the Earth, which you'll have to look up. You have to look up all these values here. Okay, and then minus, which makes me a plus, g m. Now here you got to be careful. The potential energy you finish with is g times m over h plus r sub e, like that. You can collect terms and all that, but basically what you need to be able to do is, I guess I forgot my m here and my m here, okay? But you can get rid of the m's here and simplify this by collecting terms. So I think I'm just going to leave you with the algebra. You've got to, once you've isolated v final there, then you could calculate it out after you plugged in the number. So I'm just going to leave you with this and let you simplify, plug in numbers, and come up with the value right there.